Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to what has basically became a weekly collection update video. This week, we found something just a little cooler than a stack of movies. So stick around and see what we found. Hello everyone, my name is Jeff, and welcome back to my channel, John Doe Juggalo. If this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like my daughter says, it's free and you can always change your mind later. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. This is where you're going to find me discussing my favorite things about movies and music, video games, and the physical medias that surround all of those types of mediums. So please sit back and relax and check out this next video. Alright, so let's start this haul off with the only single DVD that I got this time. And that is Brandon Cronenberg's Possessor. I've heard a lot of really good things about this, and this was one that I found. This first stack, I got this entire first stack at the pawn shop, and I got them for $1 a piece. Really nice slipcover for this DVD. I know there's a Blu-ray and a really nice 4K out, but I really just wanted to see this film, and I figure for $1, not a bad get. And the next one is going to be, well, this was my Bond, and that's Pierce Brosnan in The November Man. I don't know much about it, but I'm assuming it's, you know, post-Bond style spy movie. A lot of Bond actors ended up going along and doing something just like this. And now this next one in the stack, I was quite surprised to find out that I had none of this series in my collection. And that's going to be Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller. I really dig these movies. I believe there's 3 of them now. I know for sure I've seen the first 2. And probably the 3rd one as well. But they're fun movies. Now these next few in the stack will have something pretty in common. And that is the fact that these next few are all rom-coms. Let's start with I Love You, Beth Cooper. Pretty sure this is a rom-com. So, I might be wrong. Please correct me if I am, but, you know, it seems par for the course. Another rom-com, 27 Dresses, Katherine Heigl. And it says right on the front, the ultimate romantic comedy. She's got to find the perfect dress that fits. And I think this might be one as well, but I got this because of the fact that Matthew Modine is in it. And that's going to be Gross Anatomy. And then the next one that I found. Now this one I don't believe is a romantic comedy. It's a sports movie. It is about baseball, and that is Trouble with the Curve. Obviously, I got this because of the actors that are in it. We have some amazing actors in this with Clint Eastwood, Amy Adams, and I actually dig Justin Timberlake in just about everything I've seen him in so far. I don't go and search for a movie just because he's in it, but I think I've seen just about everything he's in already anyways, and not this one. So I'm kind of excited to check this out, see what it's all about. Oh, it also looks like John Goodman's in it too. What do you know? Now, while I was at the pawn shop, you know, I found this nice stack here. Can't really beat that. You know, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good stack. And I also found something very awesome. I found a new to me, 4K player. This is an LG. This is an UBKM9 model. It is compatible with Dolby Vision, and it was manufactured in March of 2020. So yeah, it's a little old, but pretty much all the players are at this point. You can still buy a brand new one, but it may have even still been manufactured in 2020. But Dolby Vision, it has the works, you know. Yeah, got this there for $10. So my total get at the pawn shop for all this was like 20 bucks. But that's not all. If you stick around until after this next stack, I'll give you my opinion on this player so far, because I've already been checking it out, and it's, well, just hold off for a bit. We'll get back to that. Alright, so I left the pawn shop after I got that really awesome stack of movies and 4K player, and I went right up the hill to a thrift store that's kind of behind the pawn shop. Kind of nice, you know, I can kind of hit two places at once for a nice little hunt. And I found some other things up there too. Let's see, she charged them as DVDs this time, so they were all charged as $2 a disc. I'm not going to complain about that because there's not a DVD in this stack. And, well, we're going to start with this one because I don't think all the discs are in it. I could be wrong, but I don't think all the discs are in it. And I got this for the color of the case, but we got The Force Awakens. I already have this, but I wanted this black case. We're going to rehome this case. Yeah, I'm going to start doing some case modifications in my collection. And then, well, we got a TV show. A season of a TV show on Blu-ray. We got Homeland Season 5. So, I think this series only had 5 seasons. And even still, I could be wrong. It might have more. But, so far, I have thrifted Seasons 1, 3, and 5. So, that's pretty good to have them for just a couple dollars altogether, you know. Not bad. And I thought it was kind of fate that I went to the thrift store and found this one right after I found the other one at the pawn shop. And that is Night of the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. And it has a really nice slipcover to it, and the works. I mean, it's all nice and glossy, and it's not all messed up or dinged up. It's in pretty darn good condition. So, I thought it was kind of, it was meant to be, to get that one and then go up and get this one. Now, obviously, you guys seen me shop in this thrift store, because some of these movies you're about to see are ones that I kind of pointed out last time that I did not leave with, and I decided to go back and get them. And that's going to be enough said. I had asked about this in my hunt video a couple weeks ago, but I went ahead and went back to get it. I also got Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day. I have the first one, but for some reason did not have this one. And I have the first one on Blu-ray and on PSP, so why I didn't have this one is beyond me. And then, of course, you know, I had to get the one that was sealed that I pulled out and looked at, and I don't know why I didn't get it last time. And I wish I would have, because that lady was charging $1, but whatever. I mean, it's whatever. $2 for a Blu-ray is not bad either, right? But we got Brick Mansions. I've never seen this, but I've heard it's pretty good. So, you know, for a couple bucks, you know, we got a Blu-ray, and it's sealed. Can't beat that. And then this is supposed to be a classic, and I've never seen it before, but Daniel Day-Lewis is in it, and I have seen a handful of movies with him in it that I've really enjoyed. And that's going to be Last of the Mohicans. It's a Michael Mann film, And this is the definitive director's cut on Blu-ray. It doesn't have very many special features or anything on it, but it does have an all-new making of featurette, and this is an all-new director's cut, I guess. So, kind of excited to get that. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of show them off real quick. You know, boom, boom, boom this time, because it's just, you know, it's just a nice stack of Blu-rays and a nice DVD in there. Let's see if I can get them all in one. There we go. Gotta get it right back to about there. So that's everything we grabbed up this time. So, this 4K player. Wow. Wow. My thoughts on this. Okay, so it did not come with the remote control. I was only able to test to make sure that the disk drive tray opened. She's always kind of given me my money back or let me kind of put it on something else if it hasn't worked. It's only ever happened one time, and I've been buying from this pawn shop for over 10 years now, I believe, or about 10 years. So I just went to Amazon, and for, I think it was about $9 and some change, I ended up getting me just a generic remote for LG players. This works perfect. So $9 and for the remote, and I guess about $11 for the player. I'm at a $20 4K player. And you can read other reviews, and people can talk about it all they want to about how this isn't that great of a player. It's more on the cheaper end, and it might be. I've watched an entire Blu-ray series on it. Now I know it's a 4K player, so hold up. I watched 4Ks on it too, but hold up. I watched an entire Blu-ray series on it, which was about, season, which was about 5 hours long. And then I watched a Blu-ray on it, a Blu-ray movie on it as well. And I watched 2 different 4K movies on it before I say what I'm about to say about this player. The people's complaints about it were that it had problems struggling with AAA discs. I only watched 2 discs, and they were both AAA. It had I had an easier time enjoying my movie and getting good quality out of it than I do with my Sony X700. My Sony X700 is the player that I've used for many years now, because it is what offers me Dolby Vision off of the disc. The problem with the Sony X700 player is that you have to manually change from Dolby Vision to non-Dolby Vision. So what I've done for the last few years is I leave Dolby Vision turned on at all times, and I've got my settings just right so that way the player doesn't freeze, because there's a whole thing with that player where you have to do certain settings or it freezes. So I do my settings, and it doesn't freeze, but I leave Dolby Vision on at all times. So the only time I watch a movie in that player is when I watch Dolby Vision. All my other 4K discs go into my PlayStation 5. As an enthusiast, that's not really the best way to do it. The PS5 is a usable player. It's not bad it's not terrible by any means, but as an enthusiast, it's not really considered to be a great player. It doesn't do Dolby Vision off of the discs, so the color gamut is not nearly as wide as some of the standalone players. What I like about this LG 4K player is that it automatically switches Dolby Vision on and off. So if the disc has it, you get it. And if it doesn't turn on. And I watched a 4K disc with Dolby Vision and one without. So I could see the 2 differences and make sure that it did switch. And it did it all automatically. And it did. So that's already one thing that's better about the X700. So the first 4K that I watched on it was the 4K release of Mildred Pierce from Criterion. This is on a triple layer 100 gigabyte 4K disc. It looks amazing for one, and two, it's the triple layer disc. So if the player was going to have a problem with any 4K disc, you would assume it to be one like this. This does not have Dolby Vision on the disc, so maybe I wasn't pushing the player to its full maximum potential. But I will tell you, it made this black and white movie look beautiful. Now, just in case I was wrong, and maybe I just wasn't pushing the player to its full max potential, I decided to watch another triple layer 4K disc that also does support Dolby Vision at the same time. And I actually use this movie pretty much for a test nowadays. I just kind of use it to test colors on TVs and kind of test the sound on a sound bar or a surround system or whatever. And that's going to be Aquaman. This is a beautiful looking disc. It just is. It just is. This is a test disc in my opinion. And this looked so much better because I've watched this on my Sony 4K X700 player, and it looked way better on this LG. Now, this LG player usually runs about $229 or so, but I have seen it on Amazon refurbished for under $110. I think it's better than a PlayStation 5 for a 4K player. It does your Dolby Vision. It switches automatically. You kind of get all the bells and whistles for a decent price. And Amazon refurbished, it actually will give you the same kind of warranty as buying something new through them. So I highly suggest checking it out. I will leave a link down below for this LG player on Amazon. It will be an affiliate link. I do make a few pennies from it if you decide to purchase it through the link. I would greatly appreciate it. Every little penny helps this channel grow and helps me find more deals on great movies to talk about with you all. If you so need a player. I would even suggest it as a nice backup player if you've already got lent something as like the Panasonic 820. You may need a nice backup player or a player for the bedroom. I think for right around $110, it's a great deal. So this is my haul today, guys. All in all, this and this really sweet deal of a player. I highly suggest trying this player out, giving it a go. I've had a really good time with it so far. And if you've stuck around to the end of this video, like always, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. It means the world to me. And like always, remember to hit that like button. That helps out a ton. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. I would greatly appreciate that if that's how you found me today, if this video is. And then hit that bell notification so that way you see each time I put a video up. And until next time, later.